Happening right now at 6. One popular roadway is now back open after months of construction. Coming up, what new features the city has in place and what community members are saying about it.
Plus, one city council votes tonight on whether to approve a new development of a power source.
And how the State Line community can be a part of history as construction continues at the new library.
From 13 WREX, your weather authority. This is 13 News at 6.
For the first time in a while, we see soggy weather this evening. People have been bundled up against the wind, the cold, and the rain out there. Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Brittany Hardaway.
And I'm Derek Bain. Right now, your Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Alex Kirchner is tracking when some more dry weather will come back to us. Alex, when's it looking like?
So right now we are looking at mainly steady light rainfall for the next couple hours. We get to about 7, 8 o'clock. However, that's when a brief break in the shower activity may finally arrive. Right now we're not looking at much drying just yet, but the drier area between Davenport and Peoria sliding closer to us. So a brief break is possible late this evening, but still plan on some cool, rainy and breezy weather at least through the remainder of the day and into the early overnight hours. As we check in on future track, you can see that for the most part, when we do get that break, the rain will be very light to drizzly. Then it fills back in again closer to midnight. May even have some downpours before the night is over. Beyond this, we have dry and cool weather settling in. So while we do see the rain exit, that summer-like weather that we had just recently probably not coming back anytime soon, Brittany and Derek.
Fall is finally here to stay, Alex. Thanks. Construction to one local roadway is back open, easing traffic concerns and having a positive impact on local businesses too.
That's right. 13 WREX's Destin Howard spoke to some of those business owners about what this means for their clientele. Destin.
Brittany and Derek, I went out onto West State Street today and construction to and around the roadway is done. I spoke with one local barbershop owner in the area who says this is exactly what he's been waiting for. After months of construction, the section of West State Street in between Day Avenue and Independence Avenue is complete. I spoke with business owners in the area who are happy to see construction end.
It did slow us down because they had to block our entryway on West State, so couldn't nobody come from that way. Couldn't nobody come from the west. You can only come from south to get in.
City officials say they have implemented various enhancements to the roadway in order to better serve the overall community.
Just adding a bunch of additional amenities. So, I think much stronger transit connections for, those individuals that need to use, bus service. Certainly adding in active transportation facilities. So, this new section continues the work we did in phase 1 with a multi-use path on the south side of the road and a sidewalk on the north side.
Roberson says he would like to see the city invest and bring more businesses to this area of Rockford.
Yes, I would love for even more of a franchise business to come, like a Firehouse which is, more of a franchise and more of a heftier choice.
I brought those concerns to Kyle Saunders with the City of Rockford Public Works, who had this to say in response. Now that this road is back open, will that potentially leave room for, more businesses and more things to come and settle on this part of town?
Well, if any of our past successes are an indicator, certainly, public infrastructure drives economic redevelopment. We can speak of what's going on along South Main Street that, saw a similar treatment several years ago where, we really reconstructed that corridor and you see a lot of new development and adaptive reuse coming into Rockford.
According to officials, the construction project did cost about $6.5 million. Sandra did tell me there could be future developments on either end of West State Street. However, that would be several years out from now. Brittany and Derek, back to you.
All right, thank you, Destin. Developing tonight, a person was killed after a two-vehicle crash on Cherry Valley Road last night around 8:15. According to the Boone County Sheriff's Office, a vehicle was traveling west on Cherry Valley Road and was stopped on the roadway. The vehicle was disabled with the driver outside of it. Another vehicle traveling west struck the vehicle and the driver. First responders arrived at the scene where the man was pronounced dead. The driver of the second vehicle was not injured. The cause of that wreck is still under investigation.
Happening right now, Oregon City Council is meeting to vote on an important measure regarding a solar panel farm. The solar farm is a hot topic amongst the community and supporters of it. Last night, Oregon Zoning Committee, they held a hearing to discuss the proposed project. The biggest concern was the location of the solar farm. City Council leaders are meeting right now ahead of that vote. In positive local news tonight, a local teacher presented grant money today to help pay for classroom materials. That teacher is Justine Davis, an Oregon elementary music teacher. She received the Excellence in Education grant from the Illinois Retired Teachers Association Foundation. Davis is the first elementary teacher from the Oregon School District to earn that award. She plans to use the grant money to buy classroom headphones so her students can participate in music listening activities. Pretty cool.
Now, the Rockford Public Library replacement building is under construction, and they're inviting the community to become part of the development. The library is inviting the public to come sign a 30-foot steel beam in celebration of the project and 150 years of service to the community. The beam will be placed at the top of the replacement main library currently under construction. Library staff say the signing is a way to rededicate the library to the community.
This library belongs to the community of Rockford. We want the community to come and sign the beam and be a part of it. We have signatures from people who work at the library. We have signatures from trustees of the library. We have signatures from people in the community that care about the community. We want people to come.
Well, you can go visit the construction site and sign the beam tomorrow between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. And that construction site is located at 215 North Wyman. And they're going to put that beam up then on Thursday at a special ceremony. And happening next week, Voices in Freeport will be hosting an event to raise money to benefit the services they offer to survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault. That event is the Book Nook Fall Half-Price Sale. The sale features gently used hardcover books and soft-covered books. There'll also be DVDs, records, puzzles, and CDs. The sale will take place at the Voices Book Nook in the Lincoln Mall, located at 1265 West Galena Avenue in Freeport. It's going to start November 3rd and run through November 12th.
We're tracking COVID-19 tonight. A nursing home in LaSalle County has seen a recent climb in resident COVID-19 cases. It's the LaSalle Veterans Home in LaSalle County. The Illinois Department of Veteran Affairs says 24 of its staff and 42 residents have tested positive for COVID-19 as of Monday. Though on a positive side, the department says all current cases are mild at this time. This is not the only time, though, the nursing home has had an outbreak. Back in the initial start of COVID-19, 36 veterans died, spanning from November of 2020 to January of 2021. And with the surge of COVID cases in other parts of Illinois, let's take a look at the community levels for the state line area. As of today, Boone, Ogle, and Winnebago counties sit at a low COVID-19 community level. Stevenson County is the only county not at a low level, and right now they're at a medium community level. The CDC recommends people who are at high risk to talk to their healthcare provider to see if they need to take any precautions. And coming up, another historic Powerball jackpot. I know everybody wants to hear about this story. It's on the line tonight. This after Monday night's drawing got no winners, so you may want to get those lottery tickets again. We'll tell you how much you can take home coming up.
And a local theater is looking for a financial boost to get the business back to its pre-COVID business days.
And the clouds and showers that we see now, they're going to be out soon. Find out when sunshine comes in and if it helps us warm up. That's coming up in the forecast.
And for local news, weather, and sports on your schedule, make sure you download the 13 News app for your streaming device. We are live on Apple TV, Amazon's Fire TV, and Roku media players. The best part, it is free. Just search 13 WREX.
You are watching 13 News at 6 with Brittany Hardaway, Derek Bain, and Chief Meteorologist Alex Kirchner from your Weather Authority.
Lottery players still have a chance to claim the winning Powerball ticket, which is now estimated to be $680 million after Monday night's drawing. Now, the next drawing is tomorrow and is reported to be the 7th largest Powerball jackpot of all time. The last jackpot was won in August when a ticket in Pennsylvania matched all 5 white balls in the red Powerball to win just over $206 million. Now, Powerball tickets are $2 per play if you're feeling lucky.
This 13WREX stock report was brought to you by Siler Financial.
New tonight, a local community rallies around its local theater greatly impacted by the COVID pandemic. We're talking about the Egyptian Theater in DeKalb, where a dozen businesses came together to urge the city council to provide emergency funding to keep the doors open. The local businesses agreed that the theater is part of an economic engine to make downtown successful.
We were absolutely blown away with how many people not only agreed to write letters of support, but how passionate and convincing these letters were of businesses talking about how vital the Egyptian Theater is to the success of their business.
Right now, the theater doesn't know if they're going to get that emergency funding, but they're thankful for the support from the community.
Rockford Public Library and other local partners are hosting an Illinois General Assembly meet and greet tomorrow. That event will take place at the Nortloff Center tomorrow, October 26, from 6 to 8 p.m. Candidates from Congressional Districts 16 and 17, State Senate Districts 34 and 36 and 45, and the Illinois General Assembly candidates from local districts are all invited to state their platform and answer questions from the public. This event is free and open to anyone.